Hello, my name is Fiona. This presentation has been developed by the Family and Children's Services Department at Moonee Valley City Council and is intended to provide general information for families wanting to know more about kindergarten services across the municipality. We invite families to view this presentation at their own pace. If you have any questions following the presentation, please phone or email us on the contact details provided at the end of this presentation. Kindergarten services across Moonee Valley are committed to reconciliation. Many services start their kindergarten sessions by acknowledging country, using our locally developed statement for early years services, which goes as follows. We are together on the land of the Wurundjeri Wurrung, and we acknowledge the ancestors who have taken care of country, land, waterways and skies. We acknowledge the elders, past, present and emerging, all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander children and children of all cultures. We are one with this land. This information session will provide listeners with information on what is kindergarten and the benefits of kindergarten for your child, kindergarten readiness, that is, the signs that suggest your child is ready for 3 or 4-year-old kindergarten, the difference between sessional and integrated kindergarten programs, those programs that support inclusion, the central registration process, that is how to apply for kindergarten, and we will end the session by answering some of your frequently asked questions. Kindergarten programs are delivered by a qualified early childhood teacher and are designed to support children in developing a range of skills, including social skills, like how to play with other children in a calm and rewarding way, self-awareness skills, emotional skills, for example, understanding feelings, language, literacy and numeracy skills, such as reading stories and counting objects, and skills in making and fostering friendships. Kindergarten programs also expose children to new ideas and concepts and broaden a child's view of the world. The benefits of kindergarten are well supported by research. The research is clear about the positive impact participation in a quality kindergarten program has for children. Quality kindergarten prepares children for school and gives them the best possible start in life. Research clearly shows that play-based learning is a powerful way to support children's development, and these benefits last into the school years and beyond. Quality kindergarten programs improve children's health and well-being and helps them to develop strong social skills. Children who go to a kindergarten program are more independent and confident and are more likely to make a smooth transition to primary school. Guiding frameworks. The teaching practices and learning opportunities provided through kindergarten are guided by 2 main documents. The National Early Years Learning Framework. This is a national document and ensures consistency in practice across the country. There is also the Victorian Early Years Learning and Development Framework. This supports services to ensure their program is locally relevant to the Victorian context. As an education setting, kindergarten services are constantly evaluating and developing their programs. All kindergarten services are assessed and rated against a national quality standard, which has 7 quality areas covering teaching practices and programs, health and well-being, physical environment, staffing, relationships with families, and community connections. Services are regularly assessed against these quality areas as a way of benchmarking services nationally and to drive continuous quality improvement in the provision of services to children. Before applying for kindergarten, you will need to think about whether you would like your child to attend a sessional or integrated kindergarten program. Some kindergartens run as standalone services. This is often called sessional kindergarten. 3-year-old kindergarten is often provided through the sessional model. In the Moonee Valley area, sessional kindergarten can be held across 2 or 3 days. Sessional kindergarten programs usually only run during the school terms. Other kindergarten programs are run through long daycare centres. This is often called integrated kindergarten. Integrated kindergarten programs are less likely to provide 3-year-old kindergarten. In integrated kindergarten, the 15 hours for 4-year-old kindergarten are spread across the days your child attends. Integrated programs can operate throughout the school holidays, but this will depend on the service. Occasionally, there are sessional programs that operate out of long daycare services. Kindergarten funding can only be accessed in one location, so that means your child can only attend kindergarten at one service.
Hello, my name is Narelle and I work with the services around practice and programming. I'll be talking to you about the age which you decide to send your child to kindergarten and school and some of the signs to look for in your child that may help you make that decision. Deciding whether or not your child is ready for kindergarten will depend on a number of factors. Your child's age. Children are eligible to attend 3-year-old kindergarten from the year they turn 3, so long as it's before April 30. Similarly, children are eligible to attend 4-year-old kindergarten from the year they turn 4, if that is before April 30. If the child's birthday is on or after May 1, then they will be eligible to apply the following year. Your family circumstances will also determine your decision about when your child attends kindergarten. Currently, the state government only subsidises 4-year-old kindergarten, which means the cost incurred by parents remains low. This is not currently the case for 3-year-old kindergarten, and therefore some families choose not to attend 3-year-old and only commence when their child is eligible to attend the funded 4-year-old kindergarten program. This will change from 2022 in Moonee Valley, with the state government expanding subsidies to the 3-year-old kindergarten program, making it accessible for more families. Other families choose to delay their child's attendance to kindergarten based on the age they prefer their child to start school. This point will be discussed on the next slide. When deciding to send your child to kindergarten, the Department of Education and Training are asking parents to think about the age they would like their child to begin school and work backwards from that age. Here are 2 examples. Example 1, if you'd like for your child to start school when they are 5 years of age, the child would be eligible for 3-year-old kindergarten when the child turns 3, as long as it is before April 30 that year. The child would then be eligible for 4-year-old kindergarten in the year they turn 4, as long as that is before April 30. The child would then begin school the year they turn 5. Example 2. If you would like for your child to start school when they are 6 years of age, the child will be eligible for 3-year-old kindergarten when the child turns 4, as long as it is before April 30. The child would then be eligible for 4-year-old kindergarten the year they turn 5, as long as they are 5 before the 30th of April. The child would then begin school the year they turn 6 years old. Remember, if your child's birthday is on or after May 1, that child will be eligible the following year. There are a few things to consider when making this decision. Kindergarten offers children many opportunities to play, developing skills and social connections, and maybe for the first time being away from you. For some children, particularly for those who turn 3 or 4 years of age close to the cut-off date of April 30, they may be a lot younger than some of their peers are enrolling in the same group. Whilst there will always be some age variation in the group, some children will benefit from waiting the additional year to enrol. This gives them some extra time to be ready for the challenges of kindergarten and be in the best position socially to cope in a group of children of similar age and teachers without you as their main support. This is an exciting time for families as children continue their journey of learning in new settings with different people. Some questions to think about for each age group include 3-year-old, can they separate from me? Are they showing an interest in being with other children? Are they beginning to express their needs and be understood? Are they showing independence for their own self-care? Are they showing signs of being able to cope with when the routines change? 4-year-olds, can they join in other children's play? Can they separate easily or with some support from me? Can they express their needs and be understood? Can they manage the equipment at kindergarten? And do they have the stamina to attend a full kindergarten session? It is important to know that there are supports available during your child's kindergarten year if they are requiring additional support in relation to their education or well-being. The Preschool Field Officer Service is a state government funded program. Victorian state-funded kindergarten programs are eligible for preschool field officer services to support the access and participation of children with additional needs in their kindergarten program. Preschool field officers use a locally responsive approach that includes support via consultations, resourcing, and practical advice to assist kindergarten teachers working with children requiring additional support. The preschool field officers also assist kindergartens to link families into supports and services available for children with developmental concerns and broader child and family supports. Parents wanting to know more about the preschool field officer can visit the Family and Children's Services section on the Moonee Valley City Council website or speak to their child's kindergarten teacher on commencing. Evidence suggests that 2 years of kindergarten are better than one when preparing children for school. Early Start Kindergarten is available for 2 different groups of children. Children who identify as Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander, and children and families who have had contact with Child First or Child Protection. Your child is eligible to attend 4-year-old kindergarten when they are 3 years old, so long as they are 3 before the 30th of April in the year they are attending. Early Start Kindergarten is funded by the Department of Education and Training that provides eligible 3-year-old children access to 15 hours of kindergarten per week for free or at very low cost. This grant is available in both long daycare and sessional services where the kindergarten program is delivered by a bachelor qualified teacher. Applications are submitted via the usual process. If you have a case worker, they may be able to support you with completing this application or contact the Central Registration Team for further information.
Hi, I'm Shelley and I'll be taking you through the Central Registration Service. Kindergarten applications for council and participating community managed centres are allocated through the Central Registration Service. This centralised service allows families to indicate their preferences for a number of kindergartens at the one time rather than having to apply for each individual facility. Here is a list of our participating kindergartens in the Central Registration Service. There are also kindergartens who are not part of the Central Registration Service. Please contact them directly for further information. Kindergarten places are allocated using Moonee Valley Council's priority of access criteria. A points-based weighting system is used to allocate all places based on a family's priority of access. Families applying for sessional kindergarten fall into one of 4 areas: children of a current resident of Moonee Valley, children of a Moonee Valley ratepayer who is not currently living in the municipality, children or parents with a link to the municipality. Parent or guardian works, studies, or has children attending formal or informal care for 2 or more days per week, or a sibling of the child being registered attends primary or secondary school within the municipality. Other families fall into the no link area. On top of these 4 areas, there are additional criteria that can be added to an application. The child is identified by a parent or guardian as being of Aboriginal and/or Torres Strait Islander descent. Children at risk. The family are known to Child Protection and/or Child First. The child is currently in out-of-home care, including kinship care. Eligible card holders, so the parent or child holds a healthcare card, pensioner concession card, a temporary protection, humanitarian or refugee visa. A list of current eligible cards and visas is included in the applications. Children with complex additional needs or complex medical needs. Children who require assistance in order to fully participate in a kindergarten program and/or children who require a combination of services which are individually planned, and/or children who have an identified specific disability or developmental delay. Sibling attending the same year, this would include multiple births or 3-year-old and 4-year-old siblings applying for the same year, and past association with the service. If a sibling of the child applying has attended the first preferred kindergarten or service within the last 3 years. All kindergarten applications require supporting documentation. Proof of birth, a copy of a child's birth certificate or passport. If neither of these can be provided, a copy of an immunisation history statement for your child can be provided. Copy of residency documents, a copy of a current gas, electricity or water bill or lease agreement issued within the last 3 months, confirming that you're currently residing at the property. A copy of a current healthcare or concession card displaying your current address could also be provided. For a ratepayer not living in the municipality, a copy of a current rates notice issued within the last 3 months. For families working, studying or using childcare in Moonee Valley for non-residents of Moonee Valley, applications can be submitted with some proof of working, studying or using childcare in Moonee Valley for a minimum of 2 days per week. Proof can be provided in the following ways: a copy of a payslip or letter from your employer, a copy of a school or university enrolment, a copy of a childcare payment or receipt, or a childcare benefit letter from Centrelink. For additional support needs, a referral letter from a doctor, early intervention service, other specialist agencies, maternal and child health nurse, or enhanced home visiting nurse in regard to the additional needs or significant medical conditions. Key application dates for 2021 4-year-old and 3-year-old kindergarten are on the next 2 slides. The date an application is received does not affect the priority of access or the chance of receiving an offer if received in the initial application period. It's not a first in, best dressed. If your application is received on the day applications open or on the day applications close to be in the first round, this will not affect your chance of receiving an offer. 4-year-old applications need to be received by Friday the 26th of June to be included in the first round of offers. First round offers will be advised to families by the 31st of August 2020. 3-year-old applications need to be received by Friday the 31st of July to be included in the first round of offers. First round offers will be advised to families by the 30th of September 2020. Applications can still be made after these initial application dates. Applications received after these dates will be considered in later rounds. Applications can be made through Council's online parent portal, or application forms are available on Council's website. A second year of kindergarten, 4-year-old kindergarten. Children are not automatically eligible for a second year of funded 4-year-old kindergarten. A second year of funded kindergarten may be considered when a child shows delays in key outcomes of learning and development. An assessment is carried out for each child when a second year is being considered. Does my child need a second year of kindergarten? Your child is eligible for a second year of kindergarten if your child's teacher has found they have developmental delays in at least 2 key areas of development and your child will have better outcomes at kindergarten rather than going to school. Teachers are required to undertake a certain process with your family to determine viability. During the school year, your child's teacher will assess your child and plan for their move to school. There are guidelines that your child's teacher will follow to assess your child. These guidelines help the teacher identify your child's needs and goals. When applying, you can select your preference for the same or a different service. We will do our best to accommodate these preferences. You may not receive an offer at your first preferred service. Can I apply for an unfunded 4-year-old kindergarten place? A child that is not eligible for a second year of funded 4-year-old kindergarten may apply for an unfunded kindergarten place. This is available only after all other children have been placed for their funded year of kindergarten. Generally, this happens in December. The family will pay full fees and must withdraw from the service within a 2-week notice period for any child eligible for a funded place on the waiting list. 3-year-old kindergarten. A second year of 3-year-old kindergarten is available only if the child does not turn 5 within that second year. As 3-year-old kindergarten is currently self-funded, you are able to apply for a second year of 3-year-old kindergarten without having to meet any requirements, except for the 5 years old. The application will be processed and allocated along with other 3-year-old applications for that year. You are not guaranteed a place at your current kindergarten when applying for a second year of 3-year-old kindergarten. When and how a family is advised of offers. First round offers will be made to 4-year-old families by the 31st of August. First round offers for 3-year-old families will be made by the 30th of September. Families will receive an SMS and/or an email to advise when offers are available, and it will direct parents to log into the parent portal to view and respond to any offers. What is meant by accept and wait? If you receive an offer lower than your first preference, you can accept this place and opt to remain on the waiting list for a higher preference. Accept and wait is available until the 3rd round of offers has been completed. At that point, you would need to accept your current offer or decline your current offer in place and place your child back on the waiting list. If there is a vacancy in the 2nd and 3rd rounds, you will be moved to a higher preference if it's available and unable to go back to the lower preference you had accepted. You must update the central registration team if you wish to accept your current place and be removed from accept and wait. What happens if I don't receive an offer? If you don't receive an offer in the 1st round, you'll remain on the waiting list for your preferences that you have indicated. Some kindergartens will have more movement than others. This can depend on their popularity and community needs. We update families with current vacancies after each round to let them know where there are vacancies if they would like to update their preferences. If I miss out on an offer, will I be at the top of the list for the next round? Vacancies will continue to be filled as per priority of access. Missing out on an offer in a previous round does not put you at the top of the list for the next round. Council is committed to ensuring as many children as possible can attend kindergarten. However, this may not be at your preferred kindergarten or preferred session. We'll now go through some frequently asked questions. Others have received an offer and I have lived or paid rates in Moonee Valley longer. Our priority of access recognises whether applications are a current resident or ratepayer, not the length of time you have been a resident or ratepayer in Moonee Valley. I own or pay rates on multiple properties and did not receive an offer. Our priority of access recognises whether applications meet the ratepayer or resident priority, not the number of properties owned or rates paid on. My child attended a 3-year-old service and did not receive an offer for 4-year-old kindergarten. There is no priority of access weighting given to children that have attended 3-year-old kindergarten. 3-year-old kindergarten does not currently attract government funding. It is an exclusive user pay system. From a social justice perspective, it would be inequitable to provide priority of access points to applications based on 3-year-old participation, as some families may not be able to afford 3-year-old kindergarten and as such may be unfairly disadvantaged. Will I receive a kindergarten place or offer? We're unable to guarantee that you will receive a kindergarten place or offer. We'll continue to work with families to place all children on our waiting list at available centres and groups. What if I accept a place and want to change kindergartens or groups? Please contact the Central Registration Team. We're unable to transfer between kindergartens or groups. You will need to cancel your current place and be placed back on the waiting list for the next round to be completed, as all places are allocated based on the priority of access. Please note, if you wish to revert to the waiting list, there is no guarantee that you will receive a place in future rounds or be able to return to the place you had previously held. There are also further FAQs on our website. See the details below. This brings us to the end of our presentation. If you have further questions about kindergarten services, you're encouraged to visit the following links. You can also contact us at Council. Details are provided on the following slide. Thanks for watching.